Hello and welcome to episode 51 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I'm coming to you today from a cold but sunny Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. This is my channel where I talk about everything that I've been making and creating over the last 2 weeks, mainly knitting, crochet, some sewing, sometimes some cross stitch and that kind of thing, some spinning sometimes. So yeah, if that's your kind of thing, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a project, and let's get to it. So, if you would like to find me elsewhere in the universe, I'll go this way. You can find me online and elsewhere as at FrannyDoMakes on most things. So, you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram. Facebook is FrannyDo page. I'm also on TikTok. And if you want to find any information about myself or well, not about me because you can see me here, but any kind of information or the things that I talked about, so if you want a link to the pattern or a link to the yarn or to the bag maker or anything like that, then all the show notes will be over on the website, which is www.frannydo.co.uk. So yes, thank you for joining me. Today is, what is the date? Monday the 29th of April. Oh my goodness, it's nearly May, isn't it? So yeah, it's been awful weather. It's been cold and miserable. We had a couple of days where it was sort of alright and then it's turned back to grey and miserable. But that's good for us. The knits will keep us warm. I'm happy about that. I don't have any finished objects to show you, but I've got some progress on a lot of things. So let's get to it. Okay, I have got a lovely cup of, what have I got? Yorkshire Rose, which is a bird and blend brew. It is the Yorkshire sort of store blend, so there's a store in York, there's a store in Leeds, and they both stock this. It's got rhubarb in it. Because we are part of the rhubarb triangle, famous for our rhubarb growing. It's lovely. Okay, let's do what's on the wall. On the wall is my granny triangle wrap. I mean, it's just a granny square triangle. It's using the advent calendar from Giddy Yarns last year, which was a fade, and it was a theme of Midsummer Night's Dream. So for every day you also got a little quote from the play, and it was really nice. You can see that in Vlogmas if you don't want to see that. And then I just added a border with the Christmas Day skein on the bottom and some tassels. So yeah, it's very nice, very big. It's a good snuggle on the sofa kind of thing. I'm wearing my Vertices Unite shawl, which is patterned by Stephen West. Lovely modular. I wear it a lot. It's very nice. I do need to make another one. I was going to, but the yarns weren't quite ripe, so I will come back to that at another time. Okay. Right, so let's get to it. What have we got first? I'll start with the socks. They're my least favourite thing that I've been working on at the moment, but I'm trying to get some work on them. So these are a pair of 2 at a time, just plain ribbed socks, toe up, using some West Yorkshire spinners, signature 4-ply in the Kingfisher colourway. So there's your striped sequence. I'm doing a 3x1, knit 3, purl 1, 3x1 rib and plain stockinette on the bottom. My nail's coming off. And the contrast colour is this. Also West Yorkshire Spinners. I think it's paprika, but I've lost the ball band, so I'm not totally sure. I'm making these for my husband, and I'm just not enjoying the process of them at the moment. But I've got past the mark for the heel, so that's where I'm going to put an afterthought heel in, and I could just do them shorties. I'm not going to do them overly long, but I need to just get going with them, so we'll see. I have got a little breakaway with my friends, and I will have some time in the car in the journey, so I might take that with me for that. I don't know, but that's them. They're living in this panda bag, which is from the Woolly Tangle. Spot the bear, there he is. It's just a nice drawstring bag. It's got a nice hanging strap on the side, and that is their label there behind. There you go. Okay, so next up I have my shawl for the spring Shawlathon, which is a knit along, or sorry, no, it's not, it's a make along. I'm hosting in collaboration with Helen of Giddy Yarns, where you can enter by making a shawl anytime between the start of April to the end of June. So you've got another whole 2 months to cast on and make one. You don't have to finish it, don't worry at all, but you can chatter about it in the Discord thread that Helen has. You can chat about it on Ravelry in the page that I have and also that Helen has, and also you can enter via Instagram with the hashtag Spring Shawlathon, but please do tag myself in the post as well so I can see it. Right, so my choice of shawl is the Zing Zip Shawl, which is by Knit Graffiti Designs. So this is a brioche shawl, not all brioche, but it's brioche and sort of 2-colour garter. So last time I showed you, I was there where that little stitch marker is. So I've passed the halfway point and I am on the decreases now. Actually not picked it up this week, so I need to get back onto that. So once this is all finished, I'll pick up the bottom of the stitches and we'll knit a border in this Illuminous yellow yarn. So the yarns I'm using for the main body of the shawl is this one, which is by Pixie Yarns. It's a lovely green, sort of semi-solid, variegated, and that's called Someone. And then I have this one, and this one is called Lemony, and this one is from Lockwood Fibres. So this came, when I bought this, I bought 100 grams, but it came as 250, so I'm almost done with the first one, so you definitely can make it with 2 full skeins. Yeah, I need to pick it up again. I've been really enjoying it. So I'm using my Chowgoo needles for that. It's a size, do I have it on? 3.5mm needle. I've not made any notes, I've just been knitting, I've not had any problems with it. Yeah. That is living in a bag from lovely Jackie at Soft Accents. That's her medium sized bag. It's plenty enough for a nice shawl project. It's not going to be a massive shawl, but I have used these bags for like a Stephen West before, so there's still plenty of room in there. See. There we go. So that's number 2. I'm really enjoying that shawl. It's the first part of it was quite difficult, but once you've got into the swing and the rhythm of the brioche, it's really quite simple. And you can read the knitting fairly easily because of the change in the colours every row. Okay, next up is my Whitmoor jumper. So the Whitmoor is a pattern by Amy Loudon, and normally it's done with fingering weight and fluff held double for like a floofy, soft cloud of a jumper. But I am using just some cotton merino by Drops. I think it's just called that, yeah, Drops cotton merino. It's colour number 6. It was called Cherry Red. And I'm making the size 3. Where's my card in here? No, I don't. But the last time I showed you, I was there. So I've got pretty much split for the sleeves, and now I'm onto the body. I did a fit check and it fits really nicely. So I think it's quite a long line, so there it's to my waistband now. But I think I need another inch or so before, but I'm loving it. I think it's going to be so nice when it's finished. It's actually not that bright in real life. It's a bit more of a toned down red. But the lace is really lovely to work, and look how nice it looks. It's really easy to follow because you have to mark it off with markers. Yeah. So hopefully by next time I will at least got the body finished and be on to the sleeves. Just need to be careful of the tension when I've sewn in the ends. I might need to work on that. Yep, so I will move my marker to where I am now. I got quite a bit done on it because we went to the cinema to see Dune 2. We went to watch it on IMAX, which was amazing. The spectacle of the film is so massive, so it was really good on the big screen. And because I knew it was quite a long movie, it's like 3 and a bit hours, I thought, oh well, I don't normally take my knitting to the cinema because I like to watch the movie, so but I knew I had this swathe of stockinette to do, so I took this with me and managed to get about 2 inches maybe done. A bit less probably, but yeah, I got quite a bit done while I was in there. And then I've been just, yeah, it's been a good TV knitting project, or reading project as well. There we go, and that is living in, I should say, how many balls have I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 10, so I should have enough. I'm not going to do the bishop sleeves. I'm just going to do tapered sleeves. That is living in this bag, which is from GB Russo's. It's got a big sheep on it, drawstring, and it's got some pockets in the bottom. Okay, just have a drink. Okay, my next project is a new one that you've not seen. And although I did mention I was going to start it, so this is a blanket project, a crochet blanket project for a friend who asked me to make one for her. So this is using this, I think it's just the crochet heart blanket. Excuse me. But there you go, it's got some lovely heart shapes. Oh, that looks so nice in the picture. So it's not massive. Just as big as like a big bath sheet, bath towel kind of thing. And then you can see the colours. So I'm using just some Stylecraft Special double knit. The main colour is this navy blue, which is called Midnight. And then I've got, let's see, teal, fuchsia purple, mustard, and turquoise. Now my only thing is I've got 4 balls of the navy, and I'm only 2 and a bit, so I think I'm going to need a couple more balls of that, which I should have thought on because I just bought 3 balls of this to make something for Minnie. So I'm going to have to go on again and order some more. Just from Wool Warehouse. And it's not going to be a lot, but it's just the postage, isn't it? For like 2 balls, so I might have to buy something else while I'm on there. But I'm really liking it. I think maybe I should have done it not as wide, but you know, you want it to cover a whole person, don't you? But it does look lovely. It's a really effective pattern. Yeah, so I think I'm going to need a couple more balls of the navy. I don't know whether to wait till I've used maybe 2 and then see how big it is, and then I can gauge double that. But I think I will need another couple, especially if I'm going to put a border on it, which I'm not planning on putting a big border on it, but it will need something anyway. But it was hard to get, it didn't really say how much yarn you needed in the pattern, so it's not easy to gauge how much you need. So, oh, I have got one more thing. I've done another full row on my mitered square blanket as well. Oh, I didn't say who that pattern was by. Oh, I'll have put it on here. So this is my mitered square blanket, which is, you know, a 4-ply square knitting pattern. There's patterns from all over. The pattern I use is a free pattern by Martine Ellis called the Knitted Patchwork Recipe, but I've not done it exactly to pattern, so I will put there's information on my Ravelry page as to what I've been doing with it. But it's 25 stitches by 25. My decreases are on the right side, so I have done, start from this side, got a turquoise, a green, a speckly purple, this purple, a fluorescent yellow, another turquoise, variegated, speckled blue and yellow, another speckly one, a turquoise, nice greeny yellow one, this purple, this blue, this green with pink, and this pinky orange as well. So the size of it now is, I mean, it's sort of lap blanket size now, but I want it a bit longer, so I want another 4 or 5 rows on it, I think. So yeah, I will be removing the stitch markers and trying to pick that up again. I don't pick it up all the time, it's been sort of static for a while, but I have now finished a whole row on it. Okay, just have something else to... Oh, I've got one more project. I put it up on the side. Now, this is a test knit, but we are allowed to talk about it. So this is a test of some colourwork mitts, fingerless mitts by Kelly from Row and Cades, Kelly Menzies. This is her Dispersion mitts pattern. She has it in a mitten and in a fingerless mitt. I'm making the size 2 and I have finished one mitten. So this is my first proper colourwork project, so in no way is it perfect in any sense of the word, but I have done it and the tension is okay, and I think I have got gauge, although they are a little bit big for me, so I have sort of messed with the thumb a little bit, and Mr. B is going to have them when I've finished. I mean, they fit fine, they're just a little bit, you see, they're just a little bit big there. But that's probably just my fault and I should have gone for the size down, but that's fine. This bit's quite fun, just one by one on the palm and then this lovely pattern on the back. So the yarn that I'm using is just some that I had in stash. It's just some commercial DK. Although one of them says sport, but it's like the same width, so I don't think it really is sport, unless the other one is a light DK. So the pink is some Rico Essentials Merino DK, and the colour is berry. It's like a pinky purple. And the other one is a Rowan Baby Cash Soft Merino, and that colourway is Lily. That's what I've got written down, but I don't know why it is Lily. It's shade 117. Yeah, and I'm using a 4mm needle and a 3.5 for the ribbing. So you've got some twisted rib, the colour work there, another twisted rib, and then just your solid thumb. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's nice and quick. Didn't take me long at all to do the first one. I've just got to pick up the second one and cast it on, and then they'll be done. So yeah, that's the Dispersion mitts. So yeah, they're currently in testing until mid-May, I think, and then the pattern should be out to be released. But yeah, it's nice to little tick off one of my bingo board squares, because I wanted to do a colourwork project. So although it's not a big colourwork project, it's still some colourwork. So yeah, pleased with that. What else did I need to tell you? Oh, I have picked out some yarn for April as a cast on sock. So I wanted to cast on a new pair of socks every month. Now I did cast on 2 pairs of socks in March, that's why I've got that other pair on the needle still. But Minnie picked this one out of the bag, so I'll need to cast those on. I might make some for her using this. Just some stockinette with a magic heel, I think. So that'll be a good one to cast on. I might get that started today. I could use that again for the contrast, maybe. Or I do have some red I could use. I'll see. But that's the West Yorkshire Spinners Summer Sunset colourway. There we go. Lovely. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, I did want to say something about these. So I have my project cards that I use for everything, and I have got a download for them on my website, but I did ask if anyone would like me to put some together to buy. Oh, sorry, everything went a bit grey then. So I have had some printing. Now I did have a bit of a problem. So I first went to where I normally go, which is called Hello Print, and I ordered what I thought I'd normally order. But when they came, they're much thinner than normal. So this is my original one. So it holds its... But this one is just... It's much thinner. And I did complain about it, but they weren't very good. The customer service was not very good. Anyway, so I have a load of these flimsier ones. I mean, you can still write on them and write your information on. I would just say they're not as good as just keeping in your project bag with your project. So, but they are going to be available. So I will put these on sort of discounted, or you'll get more of them for the same price. I have them in... Oh, let me see. I've got them in blue and green. Let me hold them up properly. Like that. And then on the back. And then in the sort of pinky orange. There you go. So the information on them is the project name, the designer, the size or variant that you're making, the start date, you've got your yarn information here, needles, gauge, and I normally put some holes in there and hang a bit of yarn off, or you could easily just stick it on, and then you've got your notes on the back, and then the finish date and the yardage that you've used for your project. So what I will probably do is put them on my Ko-fi account, so they will be available there as for you to purchase. Yeah, like a set of 20, I think. Yeah, but I will put a post on Instagram, etc. if they're up, when they're up, but they'll probably be up by the time this goes live on Wednesday evening. Yeah, so please do go over and have a look if you're interested. They'll be fairly inexpensive, but I do find them very useful for in my project bag. And then when I've got them all finished, I put them in... Hang on. I have just these sort of photo albums, and then they're all just in the yarn, and then I put them in as, so that's like garments, and I've got things like kids stuff, so there's minis, clothes in there, or a toy that I might have made. And that's another one with socks. So it's like a little journal in a way of all the projects that I've made. There we go. So yeah, they'll be available for you to purchase if you're that way inclined. Right, okay, and I'll put a link to the Ko-fi down below as well, so you can find that. I think that's everything. Oh, I did want to say, hang on a minute. We've had some donations for the Shawlathon. So, Shawlathon, I should say. A massive thank you to lovely Susan and also to Dawn, viewers of the podcast, who have sent in some prizes. So, there's quite a lot to show. We've got lots of yarn to give away. There is this one, which is from the Discreet Unicorn. It is Fern Gully. Oh, we've got two of these. These are some sparkle sock from Green Lambkin, which is called Down in Yon Forest. This lovely bright from Ted Knits. We've got Knit Mona Sparkle. I've not heard of those. Silver and Gold. This is some self-striping by London House Yarns. That's a sock set, 50 grams and 20 grams, and that's called Baubles. That would be lovely. We've got a couple more sock sets here from Blue Fern Yarns. This one is Party in the Park, and this one Chrysanthemum. And then we have this one from Cuxton Crafts, which is called Amethyst. So we've got lots of yarn. It might not all be necessarily going into the pot for this make along, but plenty of it will, and then we'll have some more for any other giveaways that we have. So it's all going in the giveaway bag, and I will be getting some project bags and stitch markers and things like that to go with all the yarns. And I think also lovely Suzanne said she was going to send me some from Green Lambkin as well, so there'll be some more to go in the bag. Yeah, so get cast on, get your shawls started to be in for a chance for a prize. Okay, right then. What time are we on? Okay. Alright, so that's everything that I've got to show you today. Like I said, there's no finished objects, but there will be the project cards up on the Ko-fi, and like I said, there's lots of prizes there to be won for the Shawlathon, so do get your entries posted. If you don't have access to any of those other things, you can email me on the email that's in the show notes, and I'll pop you in as an entry as well. Okay, yeah, so thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a lovely 2 weeks ahead of you. What have I got planned? I'm going to the theatre on Saturday. Do I have anything else? Oh yeah, and this week, next week is Eurovision. So I will be away with my friends from university. We'll always meet up every year at Eurovision time to have a little gathering and eat, drink and be merry, basically. So yes, I will be there for a few days. Where are we going? Hertfordshire. We'll be down there. So looking forward to that. It's been a long time since I've seen them. Lots has happened since then, so it'll be nice to see them. So that will be that, and then I will be back with you guys in 2 weeks' time. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely 2 weeks ahead. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you. Bye.